is one of the states in Malaysia. It has Kubang Krian as the royal seat. The honorific name of this state is Darul Naim, which means the blissful abode. Kelantan is located in the northeast of Peninsular Malaysia, bordered by Narathiwat province of Thailand to the north, Terengganu to the southeast, Perak to the west, and Pahang to the south. A few theories suggest the origin of the name Kelantan, such as Gelam Hutan, Kilatan, Kolam Tanah by Indian, and Kelantan by Siamese people. The history of Kelantan begins with King Kumar freed Kelantan from Siamese in 1411 and used the name of Sultan Iskandar Shah after convert to Islam. In 1499, Kelantan became a state under the Royal of Malacca. After that, Raja Muhammad became a sultan and freed Kelantan from Terengganu in the year 1812. Then, Kelantan became Unfederated Malay States in British Siamese Agreement 1909. Attacked by Japan on 1941 and after their defeats, Kelantan ruled under British after August 1945 and finally joined other states to establish Persekutuan Tanah Melayu on 1st February 1948.
Population of Kelantan people reached 1.8 million people, including male and female. There are four ethnic groups in Kelantan. First is Malay, which is the predominant ethnic group that made up of 94% population. This is Kelantanese Malay, which is distinguish them from standard Malay. Next is Chinese. There are the minority ethnics that centered around Tumpat town. Takbai is the dialect of Thai language spoken by them. The third one is Chinese. They have a tendency of Malay behavior as front stage and Chinese behavior as back stage. And there are a native speaker of Cantonese dialect.
Macam orang Melayu makan tangan, cakap Kelantan hok betul-betul
Lastly, it is orang asli that called Teria. They have lived in forests for thousands of years. Others called as Dahais, Batiks, and Mandriks.
This is the flag of Kelantan. The flag consists of a white emblem on a red background. The red background signifies the loyalty of the people of Kelantan. The white emblem stands for the sanctity of the office of the ruler. The emblem consists of a crescent symbolizing Islam, a star, two spears, and two keris or Malay daggers. This is the wedding custom of Kelantan. The marriage contract is the real deal. Shaking hands with the religious officer or the wali guardian himself.
Diwakilkan kepada saya oleh dia dengan mas kawinnya ringgit Malaysia RM10,000 tunai. Dengan mas kawin
It is also mas kawin, sum of money or anything, example Al-Quran, gold, as a gift to the bride that the bridegroom needs to give. The quotation price is up to the bride to decide. There is usually a range of standard price given based on the trend around the place. Another wedding ceremony is usually held as to inform the relatives, especially the distant relatives of the bridegroom's side, that the person is already with. If the host has enough force and strength in terms of people come to help to set up everything, then the host can think of cooking the meal from the beginning, but if not, paying the catering service is preferred. So, this is the wedding ceremony of the people of Kelantan. Kelantan. The story of the discovery of gold coins known as pinties and some other gold artifacts in ancient Kelantan. In the village of Paamin, which is located on the banks of the Kelantan River, there is also a border with Kampung Sangkal Sungai Pasir Emas Kelantan became a public conversation a year ago. The first person to find the coin was Owe Cheng Huai, who lived near the riverbank in the village of Sangkal Sungai. The gold coin he found was a perforated gold coin, and not only that, the remains found in the river building are also of a high quality gold. He said he believed that the gold coin found in the river belonged to the sixth king of Kelantan, namely Cik Siti Wan Kembang, when the temple is known as Jong Suluk Kapal Ulama, which sank in the river for hundreds of years. He said he found out about it after being told by his father, who was then 82 years old. At first, he found it a bit difficult to believe in, but after he showed it to him, it was true that the gold coin was in the sinking place. According to him, the story about the ship that used to be known as the temple belonging to Miss Siti Wan Kembang that sank in the lower part of the river is true. However, due to the floods, it was swept away and stranded in the area. When it is said that the city is a historical relic, then many valuable items such as old artifacts and gold sand in the area, what we can see is that Kelantan also has a city of historical relics that stores various old items.
Hi, my name is Atira and I will talk about the traditional dress and famous sites in Kelantan. One of the most famous traditional dress in Kelantan is the busana Cik Siti Wan Kembang. This style of clothing was adorned by Cik Siti Wan Kembang, who is a queen that ruled Kelantan during the 17th century. There are a lot of clothing pieces in this style. And nowadays, this style that used to be adorned by the queen is usually worn by beauty pageants and traditional dancers. Next, I will talk about the famous sites in Kelantan. Firstly, there is Siti Khadijah Market. This place is one of the most famous market in Kelantan. Its original name is Bulu Kubu Market. Then, the market was then renamed by the Minister of Kelantan, YAB Tuan Guru Datuk Nik Abdul Aziz bin Dekmat, as a sign of respect towards the Hawa community, as majority of its traders are women. This building features an octagonal shape painted with bright, attractive colors on the inside of its wall, and it has 4 floors in total. Next, there is the Senok Bachok Beach. This beach is a wonderful place for you to hang out and relax with your friends or family. Near this beach, there is the outstanding Senok Lighthouse. This lighthouse stands tall and pretty there. Then there is the landscape near the beach that got properly aligned tall root trees that give off the feeling as if being in Nami Island, Korea. Lastly is the Jubilee Perak Sultan Ismail Mosque. This mosque in Ratang Panjang is also known as the Beijing Mosque due to its temple-like structure. It resembles the 1,000-year-old Ninju Mosque in Beijing, China. This mosque was built in September 2005 and was inaugurated in August 2009. It was the first Chinese-style mosque in this country, a symbol of Islam's universal appeal. And that's all from me, and I will pass the baton to my other friend. Thank you!
In every culture in the world, artistic expression, or arts, is one of the key elements that emerges to provide lots of traditional and beliefs. Kelantan has been labeled as cradle of Malay culture. because most of the traditional Malay cultures can be found here and still continues until today. Wow Bulan is famously known as traditional Malay kite flying centered in Kelantan. With a crescent-shaped lower sail, the Wow Bulan looks a little like a moon in the sky when it flies. The main skeleton of this work of art is made from bamboo and it is covered with an intricate design decoration. The decoration of Wow Bulan highlights the uses of flora motifs. During the process of making them, the designs are traced onto a thin paper or tissue paper before being carefully cut using small blade. It will take quite some time as everything must be done delicately. Some time ago, the sound of the hammer emitted from the wow is said to help the farmer to doze off at night. The people also once believed that by flying it will frighten away evil spirits. Some even used the patterns of sounds to forecast the following day's weather. Batik is a wax-resist dyeing. It is a process of covering wax on fabric to block or prevent color dyes from seeping into a particular area of fabric. According to history, batik was first introduced in Kelantan during the year 1910. Up until today, Kelantan has been one of the states that are famous for its batik textile.
What's different about it?
The difference is in Malaysia, we're only using the flower motif and abstract, also geometrical motif. So compared to in Indonesia, actually, they're using more to animals and fauna motif.
The traditional arts that exist in Kelantan plays a vital role in the of the culture architecture as well. Architecture reflects the society's life as well as their belief and philosophy. Architecture elements were designed intentionally to facilitate and express the respect for the Malay culture. In architecture of traditional Malay designs, there is a significant number of unique elements that serve special purpose other than being aesthetic decorations. An example of Malay architecture elements is the roof features called pemelih and tebalaya. Pemelih is a curved pairs of timber pieces covering the corners of the roof layers, and it can be described as a sign of strength and might of the traditional Malay houses. It also illustrates the identity of its regional, especially in the state of Kelantan. Tebalaya is a Malay word for gable roof design used in Kelantan traditional architecture. Tebalaya refers to the space formed through a triangular board shape arranged with a straight wood or centered curve. That arrangement will form a motif. Since the arrival of Islam, Malay society has acknowledged the use of tebalaya as a qiblah indicator for the Muslim.
Wapuyo is a gigantic traditional kite popular in the state of Kelantan. Wow are usually played at the end of harvest season as a form of distress after working in the fields. Let's watch a video on how to fly a kite.
Menaikkan wow sebesar 9 meter dan beratnya 45 kg pastinya bukan calang-calang permainan. Kekuatan tenaga dan kemahiran untuk mengawal tarian wow itu diperlukan.
Gasing or top spinning is a traditional game popular amongst villagers in the state of Kelantan.
Each season after the rice harvest, several villagers will come together to challenge each other in an ultimate test of skills.
The villagers believe that the gasing would help bring them good harvest.
Itu kita sebelum kita nak pusing tu, kita tali dia kita kat tempat yang kuat lah. Macam di pokok, di tiang rumah. Kalau tengok atas apa-apa benda kat situ. Tapi kalau kat kampung ni biasa kat pokok lah. Sebabnya gasing ni kalau tak digerik tali kuat-kuat kan, memang dia tak boleh pusing. Tak jadi. Sebelum tu tali tu kita pasang getah dulu. Kita lumur dengan getah. Getah tu daripada pokok kecupu ataupun pokok keruing. Sampailah penuh tu lebih kurang dia punya lilitan tu 12 lilit. Panjang tali tu dalam 15 kaki. Pengusing dia diikat di tangan. Lepas tu boleh pusing lah. Dia style tu masing-masing. Atau individu lah. Kalau orang tu style dia ada berbeza kan. Itu kira apa? Ikut selesa masing-masing.
Dikir Barat was usually performed during harvest season, weddings and festive occasion. Dikir Barat is an art form which is traditional and popular in Kelantan.
A Dikir Barat team comprises of 15 to 30 persons with a tok juara and tukang karut as the lead singer. The others take on the role of musician and a chorus group as known as awok-awok. The stick used to strike the gong is striped with rubber scraps to produce a loud song. A pair of maracas is shaped to produce the sound according with the rhythm of rebana and sung by tok juara and tukang karut. Rebana is the backbone of Dikir Barat performance. They are made of wood and good height. Strike by hands according to the rhythm of the tok juara or tukang karut.
Makyong is a traditional form of dance drama. It is conceived to entertain female royalty, queens and princesses when their men were away at war. A typical Makyong performance opens with an offering followed by dance acting and music as well as improvised monologues and dialogues. A single story can be presented over several consecutive nights in a series of 3-hour performances.
Makyong ni dimain di padai-padai, likung dia punya buat pagar, kutik tekek. Si pemain rebab tu dia kena tahu semua lagu-lagu Makyong. Bermakna bila kita dah jadi satu lakonan, bermakna kita memahami antara kita. Contohnya, hari ni aku nak pergi ke sini. Lagu ni yang dia main. Okeylah, kalau lagi sekali kita nak pergi, kita nak nyanyi lagi, dia main lagu lain tu. Bermakna rebab ni adalah salah satu pemegang lagu lah. Muzik Makyong ni dia tak banyak. Sebatang rebab, sepasang gong ibu atau anak dan sepasang gendai ibu atau anak. Itu saja.
Hello, my name is Iman and I will be talking about traditional food in Kelantan.
Here are the ingredients to make the green paste. For 1 cup of rice flour, and then add 3 cups of water into it. Stir until it blends and mixes well. Add lime plus water to make a lime water and then pour inside it. Pour in a little bit of green color so we can give the color of the green paste. And then add a little bit of pandan extract inside as well. Stir until it blends. Turn on medium heat. And then you stir continuously until it turns solid jelly-like texture. Now, a word of precaution, do not stop stirring because it will pop out. Turn off the heat
and took out the green paste and put it in the glass container. Make sure to wash the glass container first before putting inside to prevent it from sticking it. Here are the ingredients for our next batch, which is the topping. First, pour in the coconut milk. Next is pour in the corn flour mixed with water and then mix all the other ingredients together. Turn on the fire and cook it over medium heat until it is thickened. Once it is done, you can pour it over the green paste. Next is the sugar sauce. These are the ingredients. Pour in the water. Just leave the sugar there until it melts itself off. Thank you for watching.
Kelantan International Kites Festival in Pantai Genting is a big highlight. The festival has been held since 1982. In the past, participants from other countries like Brunei, New Zealand, Singapore, and Thailand took part to showcase their kite making craft and kite flying skills. The highlight of the festival is certainly the kite making competition, demonstrations, and workshops. Bazaar selling local food products and crafts will be set up for visitors to experience the local flavor. This event is organized by the Tourism Information Centre of Kelantan (TIC) in collaboration with the Tumpat District Council, Kelantan Kites Association and Malaysia Kites Council, with support from various government departments, agencies and private sectors.